But hey, let's make it practical, okay? So one of the tools, so I'll give you a little homework, yeah, that we can all work with. So in this teaching is the fourth way tradition, there is this idea that we are, as I mentioned before, we are constantly forgetting ourselves, and we are constantly identified or lost in daydreaming, and we are not present to what's happening. So it requires a lot of effort to remember, and then even when we remember, we just have short glimpses, and then we forget. And then also, especially if we are honest, the day starts, and if we don't have a habit of, there's a good habit to have right under your bedstand some book that reminds you of this thing. Book, and you read like Eckhart Tolle or whatever, Fourth Way or anything. You first thing in the morning, you kind of read a few pages. You're like, oh yeah, this will remind you. Or start the day and engage in that exercise I mentioned, to before you go into thinking and doing, to stay there in the morning, just be for a moment. It's like not even meditating. I'm saying like 2 minutes, like just being aware of sense of being, the body. Yeah. So this will be very special. You start the day with presence, with self-remembering. Yeah. Or if you have a meditation early, I mean, once you wake up, you do this. Yeah. You see, you start the day with that. For most people, we don't do that. We start the day with some doom scrolling, and then we check out Facebook, and then I do this, and then maybe I'm eating while I'm watching TV. I'm extreme now, yeah. And then I'm going, and oh shit, it's late, and then I go to work, and basically it becomes 5 p.m. before I have any thought about presence, self-remembering, consciousness, awakening. So, and then I'm tired. So the idea is that to find a way to remember earlier. Yeah, I gave you a few ways how to, like, read the book before, do a little bit of self-remembering, coming back to being before you get out of bed, have a little meditation. These are good methods. But now there are some other methods that are very cool. Is that to use alarm clocks. We set up an alarm clock for a week until next time we meet. An alarm clock is a certain manifestation on a certain behavior that you are doing that is useless and is happening unconsciously. And usually when we do that, we are unconscious, and we are either in imagination or lost in thought or daydreaming. Yeah, there is something like that. There are many such behaviors that we have, but in order to make it practical and simple, it is good to choose something connected with the body, some type of a tick or something. So something you need to find your own. For me, you probably guys already noticed that I have a strong tendency to touch my beard, and I'm talking and touching my beard, and I'm not aware of it usually. And I catch myself often when I'm, at home, or like, and yeah. So yeah, this happens automatically often for me. Might not happen for you, but you may have something else. Another thing I'm playing with this. My partner is like, hey, stop it. It's like, I'm playing with this nails. Maybe you guys are playing with the nails too. Or something like this. Yeah. I'll give you another example. Yeah. I'm doing this. I'm not aware I'm doing that. Often, because I studied it, when I do this, there is maybe it's a slight anxiety, or there's something happening, or I'm thinking of something. Another one is, so this, like that. Oh yeah, some people have like this. you guys probably are already very spiritual, so you're not biting your tongue, you know, but like, so biting your nails or scratching your or touching your beard or doing something like that, or also this thing with the legs, you know, people have this, you know, this it goes like that, you know, like that, and moving. Yeah. So from the point of view of the teaching, this is harmless in some way. This doesn't matter from one angle. However, it is unconscious activity of the moving center. Basically, the body is doing this thing, and I'm not aware of it. I'm somewhere else, and there's a habit of doing it, which is not too harmful. I mean, it does spend energy. It's like all the time this restlessness, agitation, and all that. So we can use it basically to choose one of these, one or two or three of these things. For me, I'll give an example. I will choose this. Until next week, my exercise is to not touch my beard, to not touch my beard, and to not go into this. Yeah? Now, this is impossible because I have the strong habit of this. So my hand will do this and this. Yeah? However, because I have the aim now, I will catch myself. So I'm like, so whenever I catch myself that I'm doing this or that, I use it as a shock. It's almost like Thich Nhat Hanh is like, bing, wake up, man, wake up. Where are you? Come back, be. So the exercise is to, whenever I catch myself like that, to pause and just wake up. Oh, I'm aware of it, and come back to the present. I slowly put it down, and I stay present as long as I can. Yeah, so the idea is not to be like, oh shit, I did it again. Oh no, oh. The idea is not to do it, because then it's stupid. I mean, what the fuck we're doing here? It's like, okay. No, the idea is that to use each time I catch the body doing it, I use it as some alarm clock to reinitiate self-remembering. And in this way, I'm going to have, I don't know, 10, 15, 20, 30 times like reminders. Be like, oh, wow. And then each time I catch it, don't beat yourself up. No, you're like, oh, be happy that you caught it. And then be aware of your breathing, be aware of your thoughts, be aware of what was I thinking. You may also notice that whenever I'm doing that, the other ones, I'm doing like this too. All this restlessness, agitation, childhood trauma, whatever. I don't know what it is, but you choose also this shaking the legs and this thing. Also, we spend a lot of energy like this, actually, and this energy that is restless leg and restless this thing is the same energy that goes in the mind with all of this. So my suggestion and exercise for us for the week is to choose something that you have along these lines. Whatever, playing, fidgeting, just choose one or two and have the aim that to notice whenever you do that, catch yourself, stop it, use it for self-remembering, for coming to the present, be aware of being aware, stay as long as you can. Yeah. So this way you will have more reminders of in the basement. So you have, then you stay. All right. So I will remind you on Tuesday. Hey, but decide before you walk away here to your car. Decide one of which one is for you. Decide, because this is already first thing is like you're going to be like, oh yeah, that's cool. Forget till next week. So yeah, decide. All right, guys. Thanks for being with me. Ciao, ciao.